questions, okay, for everybody. Guys, so first, of course, thank you very much for everyone who is here for the third time, for the second time, or for the first time. You know, it's a pleasure to be here, and it's a pleasure to be in this camp that is like a historical camp, you know, the 10th BJJ Summer Week, and around 1,000 people is too many people, it's, you know, but it's always nice. It's always nice. Everything is always amazing. So, like always, what I will focus today, talking about the class, is, you know, bring something that you can use from the white belt to the black belt. We have just 1.5 hours class. So, you know, I don't want to go in like 10,000 details. I want to go in the things that will be, you know, useful for everybody. And more than that, what I want to do is make, you know, simpler, quicker, efficient, and also show some ways that you can train what we're gonna do. Like a little bit of live from that positions we're gonna do, because then you can test, we can see if it's working, if not, we can ask questions. So if you guys want to ask any question, okay, if you guys been in my classes before, you know, you can interrupt me anytime, no problem. There is no stupid question. You can ask anything. Sometimes, you know, we kind of shy to ask, but it's a very important question for everyone. So just ask. If you're too shy, just call me when I walk around, and I can answer. Also in the middle, what I want to do is to stop a little bit, then we do a Q&A for like 10, 15 minutes. Then it's easier to talk to everyone, okay? So today, I don't know if you guys know, I sent to Gabi, but I don't know if she sent to everyone what we're gonna work today, yes or not? Not? Okay, so I was, you know, thinking about something this week that I could teach that, you know, I can work a lot in fundamentals. Like I said, some ways that I can mount here, right? And we're gonna talk about the details of the control. But mainly I want to talk to you guys about the ways and the types of mount that I have. So the first mount here, how can I call this mount? Sorry? Yeah, actually it's a high mount, right? Low mount would be this, right? No. This is just the level that I am, here or here, okay? But I will, you can call any name, but I will use high mount to that, okay? Low mount to this. Where else? Exactly, the side mount or technical mount. So there's one more that I like to do sometimes, it's just here. It's like, you know, a mix with the low and the high mount. It's like when I have my legs not in a hook, but I'm low here, controlling here and attacking from here. I personally do a lot on this position, right? And there is the technical mount when he turns sideways and you go here, right? That's, I like to say side mount because you can have this with knee up, but you can have also with the knee down here, okay? So all these kind of mounts you're gonna use accordingly to the reaction and accordingly with the attacks that we're going to do, right? So how can he take you guys, he take me out from the mount? Exactly, that's one way. So pushing. So he can push my legs, maybe. Go. Boom, boom, boom. Here, okay, come back. He can push maybe my hips to the side. Yeah, even not technical, just push. Here, boom. From here, just one hand, right? A strong person, exposed person can do that. Yeah. He could rub my arm and do a bump, boom, right? In various ways, right? He can use his leg, so if he throw me forward, boom, and use the legs. No, like over, like here, both legs. Yeah, like this, right? Okay, so I need to understand, you know, how he's gonna take me out from the mount, and we're gonna work on that. So one of the most basic ways that he can do is maybe place the elbow or the hand and start to turn sideways. So every time he turns sideways, okay, I start to lose because I start to lift my knee, okay, and start to get more uncomfortable. So the most basic things that we're gonna do is, even if I cannot hold the head, because look, if you push that way, of course, if it's looking that way, can you push now? It's hard, right? But sometimes it's hard because he's blocking me here, right, to hold. So the first thing I would do, push. I would just do like this, look, push. It's hard, right? And I will connect, close this knee, or both knees, and my go, escape. Look, go to the other side now. Look, here. So the first thing is just to post my hand here. Very simple, okay? And this, for me, I use that a lot. Once I mount and people start to go sideways, I go this right away. You see? Boom. Okay? And then start to get harder for him, right? The other thing is, if he pushes with the hand, it's easy. Boom, I pull up, right? If you push with the elbow, it's a little bit harder to pull, hold. Look, I cannot pull, so what can I do? Push, look, hold. Okay, try to push now. Now I circle and I get in, right? So push now, it's harder, right? Okay, so I want you guys just play a little bit. Will be always short things like that, and you guys play with that. So once you mount, let's say I'm here, okay, I'm going to the mount, he starts to move to escape. Look, put your hand and make his head turn to the other side, push, and then close your knees, go, okay? Then if you feel that, you know, there's no time to do that, go here, push, circle your knee, okay, and connect your knees again, okay? Just this, very simple. We're gonna start with those two things, okay? Let's go. I'm, you know, some stuff that I want you guys to feel, but what I want you guys to do now is, I'm gonna try to, you see when he turns sideways, not that much, you know, the way that I can still here, I can push, boom, circle, and I can also go here, okay? So if you wanna have something in your mind when the people start to push sideways, what I will do is, like, right away I staple the wrist on the ground, circle, and if he stays sideways, maybe push with the top hand here. What I do is like this, look, no, lift your hand, yeah, look here, can you push? It's kind of hard, right? Okay, right? But now what I want you guys to do is, we're gonna do a specific training from here, but now I cannot use my hands to do that, okay? I will use my hands on the ground, okay? And I wanna see you guys trying to control the mount, but without holding here, okay, or here. Because I want you guys to feel one thing, one principle from the mount control that we're gonna talk about before we come back to use the hands. So right now we do, he tries to escape and I try to keep here, but I will try just by using my hands and my legs, you know, look. Yeah, if he escapes, boom, over, right? If he takes me over, then we switch. If he escapes to the half guard, we switch, okay? So let's do this a little bit, go. I lose, I can hold here, I can go low mount, wherever I want, okay? But no hands on the ground. And now she can also bump me. She can do the upa, yeah, okay? So now she won. If she do the upa, she will win, or if she puts me in the half guard, right? Or guard. So just be careful with the upa. Don't do very explosive, because people doesn't have the hand. I don't want people to hurt the neck or the shoulder hitting the ground. So if you feel going down, don't try to stop with your head, okay? Yeah, if it's true, just roll. Look, if you're going this way, just roll to this side. Don't try to just boom, stop with the head now, right? It's more, those games is more idea, it's more to make you guys understand some things that I will talk after, and to increase the power of the mount control, okay? So let's go just a couple minutes, go. Think that I have most problem, even as a black belt, you know, competing ADCC World Champions, getting into the closed guard. So what I start to train a lot is just to understand how to be in a solid position inside the closed guard, even before open. So there is something before open the guard, and I'm telling that because I'm gonna relate that to what we're doing. So let's say I'm here with him, and I'm having trouble. Let's say some of you guys having trouble to open the guard, right? There is nothing to do now. We're doing the mount, but I want to just you guys to understand what I'm talking about. So every time I was trying to open the guard, you know, with very good guys in academy, sometimes I got swept, sometimes I always get submit, I escape, but it's always like a struggle. So what I started to do was just get my posture and lift one leg, and then I wouldn't try. You know, that's one way that you can open the guard. There's many ways, but I wouldn't try to do nothing. I just would stay here, go. And he's trying to break my posture, to sweep, to do anything, and I would just stay here, don't even try to open. And then I did that for like almost a month with like all top level guys in Brazil. So after that, you know, to open the guard was something easier. Even sometimes the personal body was open to attack because I understand how to posture myself in a solid position to don't get swept, don't get submitted. And then the second step is easy. So the same thing when I mount on him, okay, the first thing I'm gonna understand before trying to submit or before anything is those things about the level and how just by putting my posture well here, okay, I will be able to control. Even if I don't have my hands on the ground, you know, I can sit backwards a little bit using my hands, but look how I connect my foot. Some people, they like to go more higher here. It's okay, but now you know that his hips are more free, so you need to maybe, you know, sit backwards, keep the weight here. I don't want the weight forward, exactly. So the other things like pushing the arm and how you manipulate the head is the second step, is the second thing, okay? Some people ask me about when they start to push the hips, okay? So there's, if you feel too uncomfortable, they start to push here, you can always go to the low mount, okay? Normally, one thing that happens a lot when I go to the low mount is, maybe you can push my hips, yeah, is look, wait, just, is my level go too much high. So if I feel that, look, start to walk backward. What I like to do is like using my hand and then get one underhook, close a little bit here, yeah. Look, he force, I just hold, boom. Wait, no. Just, you can hold under and hold the head here. Boom. Yeah, here. It's hard for you, right? If I don't feel comfortable, get one hand under because I feel, you know, people they are too good, they will hold and bump me. That way I can just hold here, go. Look, here is harder for you, but I don't want to be here. The other thing I don't want is like to straight my leg, which is very common. Because here, don't do, but if he straightens really quick his leg, it's gonna hurt my knee. So this is more like, you can have your foot here, but it's not like, you know, saltations. This is easier for him to escape, okay? It's more like a parachuting technique. But you see how I correct my hips are too high here. I wanna go here, okay? And I like to hold the head because then I know I'm aligned. What is harder for you to escape, from here or from here?
From the first one.
From the first one, right? Here is much easier for you to escape. But when I go down here, go, look, okay? I can make him walk this way, yeah. I can switch, okay? Other thing is, if instead of push with both hands, then you know I can do this and always push backwards. Sometimes he push with one hand very hard, go to here, and I'm almost falling. If I put my both hands on the ground, he will push and escape his hip. Yeah, or go on top, come back. Or just push away and escape your hips. Escape your hips. Yeah, put in the half guard or guard, good, or anaconda guard, anything, right? So, what I want to do here is, if I lose my balance that way, go. Usually one hand on my hips, one hand on my ribs, sorry. Yeah, one like here, yeah, like bumping. Look, I gonna do what I call the anchor. So I'm gonna anchor my hand here and connect my foot and open my hand, push. Can you go on top? No. Okay, now he comes back. Go to the other side. Look, boom. Okay, go. Yeah, if you go, I come back. But if just try to look, boom, okay? I hold you here, push more. Good, it's hard for you, right? Look, yeah, and I come back. So I call anchor position. So if you push and you lose the balance, you're almost falling, hold it behind the neck and connect the foot, go. Okay, and then you can start to come back, right? So now we have the post. Boom, when he push my knee, I have the wrist staple, I have the post here, I have the crossed post here, okay? If he push and I start to, I have the anchor here, or if he start to push and I start both of my hips maybe, I can always go down here. If I wanna go to the low mount, the most important is like push you and align, okay? Put you in the right posture, okay? So let's try all this position a little bit, go. And always remember this principle of the head level and connecting your foot, right? So you can go to high mount, low mount, side mount, right? Sometimes, let me show one thing here. So if the person is turning, you hear, vira bem de lado. He's too much sideways and I think that I'm losing, I need to go right away to here, okay? So when I go to side, vai devagarinho, side mount here, you see what he did without, I don't know if you realize, he deu com o joelho. He pushed with the knee here. Why he does that? Huh? Exactly, he won my level 2. That's very common, people do that. Because it's easier if I go there, my knee is lighter, right? So when he pushes and go, look, and I feel that I cannot hold anymore and I don't have any grip here, don't think about lifting this head, but think about this. This goes up, boom, and then you go here, right? So that's one thing. The other thing is like sometimes it's a kind of annoying when the people hold, under your armpit here and push you forward, to use the foot, and take you out here, okay? So when they do that, it means like I will flow, right? So my level is already off. Look what I'm gonna do. Okay, and I go to the arm, okay? I'm sure many of you guys saw this position before, but this is like, look, when I go here, the side that I want to get the arm, I'm going to slide my knee. The other hand gets here, okay, boom, and close. Go on top, ask your partner to go on top, okay? If he's going and you losing, you can always, boom, pass here. But if he stays here, just go from here. If you feel escaping, boom, pass the... I like too much this kind of, I call a bite here, because it's much stronger than if I hold with my hand. So it's not wrong, and I do that a lot, but I always start with this. You see, fecha o mata-leão. One thing is, or mão com mão, hand to hand, segura forte, look. I can do all my power here, but if I hold now, here, look. Is much stronger because I'm not using my biceps. I just closing all position like we did, boom, and my way. So now what I want you guys to do is, you can play with all these situations, and then if it turns too much sideways, boom, I go slide my knee just under, it's like a pillow under his head, right? And then always if I can go here, if I can get, I call gravata de palhaço, like clown style, gift wrap here, for self-defense, for sport jiu-jitsu or self-defense here, okay? If you see like in the old jiu-jitsu, Vale Tudo fights, they grab here to punch. You can use this, you can go backwards, you can go forward, boom, get the back, but you have a good control. And if he gets, instead of sideways, he push me forward, I'm not able to get here, look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna switch my hips to here, okay? My back hand will get here, my knee will slide and pull. Try to hold your hands. Não, só segura a mão com a mão. Look, you can just use this bite here to pull back. If you start to go on top, pass the foot, get here, okay? Basic thing here, I like always, instead of push straight, but this is more advanced, pull a little bit to my, in this case, the left shoulder, a little bit, but in the case, like, what I mean is closer to his legs, so a little bit here. Percebe aqui a diferença? What is easier to escape here, right? Or even pull the elbow, like Marcelinho, you would pull the elbow, or here. Here is harder, right? Just small detail. Jiu-Jitsu is all about that, right? So I want you guys to try those positions, okay? Let's go. Esse cuidado só para não machucar. Yeah, it's easier to don't hurt your arm, to don't get under, which can hurt. So yeah, do in front, like in my lapel. Yeah, easier. Boom. Okay, so in the lapel. So I'm here. Okay, I want this arm. So which knee I will slide? Same side, so I can use my foot on the ground. And then look, just correct. Okay. Don't even think about the arm, just think about the position. Okay, let's go. So my hook will be under the shoulder. So when he pushed, yeah, let me just put this here. So he pushed me here, okay, boom, look. This foot, this one, you see my hook is under there? Okay, boom, here, doesn't matter. Like I said, if he grabs his hand, grab the hand. Look, you can adjust. And I would always say that if you can go and do like a bite with your bicep, hold tight. Look, this is very hard. But if I start to go here, look, here or here, look, go, hold. Look, it starts to get harder for him, right? You see here? Look, hold tight. Look. It's very hard, right? So because it's the principle of the leverage, I go to the edge, and plus I'm not pulling with this movement, I'm locking, and then I'm using my weight, right? So before we come back, I want to still come back a little bit for us to do a little bit of mount control. I want you open to a little bit of Q&A, like 10 minutes. Then we come back, we'll do a little bit of those specific positions, and then we finish. It's okay? So you guys have any question? No, I use the anchor is one, you know. Yeah. No, you can use also. You can control the head like this. What I like to do more, because you know everything I do, if I focus in something, I normally focus in a technique that I can do gi and no gi. So I like a lot to do like lapel chokes here, but when I'm in low mount, I think for me it makes much more sense to do the katagatame than the Ezekiel, because Ezekiel is very specific. You know, the lapel choke I like to do because show the first, you know, to be true here, I feel my fingers a little bit hurt after so many years, right? So in December will be 24 years as a black belt, so it's too many years hurting my finger. And plus, you know, I think I like very much to do like this. It's similar, but he put a little bit resistance. I go here, boom, 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 boom. I hold and start to go to this situation here, right? But it's a good way to do. I have some friends, they are amazing in doing that, like Ezekiel. I just prefer this one. So if you do well, just go, because it's hard to defend, and some people, they're very good on that, okay?